ask you a question. I want to play like a little bit of a game with you. So I want you to
Is
tell
it like Cards Against Humanity?
No, not like that.
Oh.
Way more appropriate than that. I want you to tell me some books, and I'll tell you some books, like business books that you liked, and then what they did for our business in a sense. So you go first.
Well, my top 2 favorite books that I love, Brainfluence. It's all about like the neuroscience of marketing, why people feel and think the way that they do. It's fascinating to me, and it's made we've made just a few little changes in our business, and I really think it's made a big difference. For example, handing somebody something that's printed on thicker paper or presenting it on a thicker clipboard makes people perceive it as being more expensive and more valuable than if you hand something on thin paper or a thinner clipboard. So just weird little, kind of psychological tricks that I think help elevate our status and just make people feel like it's worth it. The other business book that I love is called Secret Service. It's by John DeJulius.
I've heard of that one. I've never read it though.
It's wonderful. And the premise of the book is that if you make people feel great, they will spend any amount of money. And the guy owned and operated many like real high-end salons and spas. So it has some really great tips in there about how to essentially make your clients feel like they are your one and only. And a lot of our ideas we kind of tweaked from ideas that we've gotten from that book. So I would highly recommend it. Secret Service, John DeJulius.
Cool. I think I'll piggyback off of that same one. The book Hug Your Customers is a really good one, and it shows some businesses that basically have found ways to like hug their customers in a sense and keep databases with information so that they feel like they're the one and only, and doing these things over and above. One of the stories, there's so many stories in the book, it's so interesting, but one of the stories in the books is the company that they profile for the most of the book makes suits. Like they don't make suits, but they're like a Men's Warehouse, but that's like the chain, but the non-Men's Warehouse. And they got in a situation where one of their clients needed a suit, but they didn't get it tailored in time, and he was like going to Japan or something like that. You have to read the book to get the real story, but long story short, like the next client that came in was like going to the same conference or something and was willing to take the suit with them on the trip to deliver it. And the moral of that is like they have so many systems in place to hug their clients that like their clients just want to do stuff for them back. And it was amazing, that the whole story. So anyways, Hug Your Customers is a really good one. It's a really fun read. And then probably the one that made the biggest impact on our business, there's so many, but the one that really helped us come into our market, dominate our market, and be the business we are today was Purple Cow by Seth Godin. And the premise is that when he first got to Ireland or something like that, they saw like this brown cow on the hillside, and it was really pretty because they just landed there. There's big green rolling hills and a brown cow, and they're like, that's like such an amazing picture. Well, as they drive for a day and a half, like they keep seeing brown cows on green hillsides, and it's boring. So then his concept is like, what if you you saw like brown cow, and then you came across a purple cow? Like the energy would be all exciting again. And so the whole thing is like you have to do stuff that's different and unique. And he talks about all these places in the United States that are known for like, the biggest ball of string, and people travel to it all the time. And so like he says like, how can you implement some of these principles in your business, and it really makes your business unique. And so Purple Cow was huge for us.
Yeah, I thought of one more. It's called A Carrot a Day. And if you have employees, it's a whole book on ways that you can motivate and inspire your employees to be better workers for you.
Yeah.
And so, I know a lot of people struggle with having employees. And for us, my main goal is to have a really great work environment so that if something needs to happen, I don't feel so bad about, having somebody stay late or, asking a favor, because they're willing to to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And my employees are wonderful. The shortest employee I've had with me has been with me for, I believe, 6 years, and I've had I've had 2 employees for 11 years.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
it's fantastic, and our turnover is very, very low. So A Carrot a Day is a great book. It's an easy read. It's like a numbered list of like 1,000 ways that you can reward and motivate your clients
That's
or
awesome.
your employees.
Right. That's awesome.